everyone, and shortly it's game time right here from Maba Stadium. The game between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers. The Singapore Slingers at the moment not in the greatest form. The Westports Malaysia Dragons, well, they broke a losing streak last week and they're back to winning ways, but only they've won that one particular game. But can they keep going? Because it's between them and the Mono Vampire Basketball Club for the 8th and final spot in the ASEAN Basketball League playoffs. You're with me, Brent Ibrahim, Brandon Tan, and Ruth Ho. And let's have a look at the current standings at the moment. Let's see how both teams stands. You know, Brennan, it is super, super tight between 2nd and 7th at the moment in the ABL.
Hey, you know, Ben, I think it's just anyone's game between the teams that have already made the playoff, who have punched a ticket, who have earned a ticket to playoffs, and also a tight game you can see between the Dragons and Mono Vampire. That 8th seed is just so tight right now, especially with the next 2 fixtures that the Dragons have against them. Today is just one of those games where, like, it's crucial.
Well, the Westports Malaysia Dragons, they were on a losing streak until they beat the Saigon Heat. But before we get into it any further, let's cross over to Ruth Ho, who's interviewed, or who's about to interview both respective coaches. Over to you, Ruth.
Thanks, guys. I'm with the 2 respective coaches, Coach Jamie of the Westports Malaysia Dragons and Coach Neo of the Singapore Slingers. Firstly, Coach, congratulations on your last win against Saigon Heat. Now, these 2 back-to-back home games are highly crucial for the team. What's the psychological aspect of the team at the moment?
Yeah, look, we're accepting the challenge. You know, we are where we are with 2 games behind that 8th spot. You know, we're accepting the challenge. You know, we're excited for the challenge. That's what you play the game for, is to be put in these situations and have your character tested. So, look, Singapore will be one of the tougher teams for us to play against this season. So, yeah, we're definitely looking to try and get one tonight.
All right, thank you, Coach. And right now, I'm with Coach Neo of the Singapore Slingers. Coach, the last 2 games has been really tough for the team. What areas have you been working on to win today?
Well, I mean, first of all, defensive end. So we get ourselves locking in defensive end, and as a team and individual, I think that's basically a good chance for us.
All right, all the best for today, and it's back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Ruth. Interesting aspects right there. The Singapore Slingers, I mean, like I said, Brandon, it is so tight between 2nd and 7th. I mean, if we looked at the numbers on the standings, we'll go through it in a bit more detail very, very shortly. But 1 loss, 1 win just changes everything.
It's really anyone's game, Ben. Like I said before, you know, with the teams that have earned a ticket to the playoffs, it's all about which position they'll stay in. And for the Dragons team right now, it really depends on the last few games of the season, how they end the season, you know, between them or Mono.
Well, let's have a look at this victory by the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Winston Shepherd, the hard worker, hitting big shots, but he's got to improve from the charity strike.
Hey, you know, I was watching this game with you. We were both saying, like, this game was one of those games where the Dragons actually didn't settle for jump shot. They were being aggressive. They set the plays really well. They were patient. We see Shepherd as well going aggressive with that monster dunk that you can see my reaction in the background. But hey, it's great that they do what they know.
The Singapore Slingers, they lost to the CLS Knights in overtime, 99-95. They didn't really play defense in that game. I mean, inconsistent defense. I mean, 41 points by Jaron Young, but I mean, Doug Herring Jr. and Maxi Esho hitting some big shots from downtown. And at one point in the 3rd quarter, the CLS Knights were up by 15 points.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit uncharacteristic from Singapore. They're going to be, even though the result wasn't favorable for them, they're going to come into this game thinking that, you know, we're going to see what we did wrong and try to fix that.
Nana Egu, he's found a bit of form at the moment. He's found his range.
You know, watching that game, Nana had everything going for him. He was basically owning his defender in the paint. You know, he loves that little mid-range spot right into the basket where he can throw up a sweet hook. He was aggressive on the boards, both offensively and defensively, and definitely contributed a big part in the Dragons' win.
Well, he is the rim protector, but the Dragons got to be careful, Brennan, if he gets into foul trouble.
That's something that the team has to be disciplined against. You know, most of the time you see teams getting in foul trouble and not running their set plays properly, or committing just like careless mistakes, which lead to the team getting in foul trouble.
And Winston Shepherd, the hustler, the muscler, the man who never says die, do not back down. I mean, yes, he's playing in an unconventional role, the point guard position, but he doesn't give up.
I remember at the end of the last game, he was talking in an interview. He was talking about the Russell Westbrook mentality. So that just shows how he incorporates that into his game. Never ending, never stop, just keep going.
Well, let's hope for Dragons fan Jaron Young. He is very quick, very dynamic. You know, can't give him an open look just like here. There it is. What a shot. You know, really, really impressive also with 10 boards. The Dragons really have to body up on this man. Who can stop him? Who's got the pace to go with him?
Well, I think it's interesting to see how the Dragons actually change their strategy or adapt to the pace of Jaron Young. The key is not to play their game, but to rather play something that they're more comfortable with, I think. And we'll see when the game starts to see what the matchups will be like.
Well, players to watch, Chris Eversley and the X-Man, Xavier Alexander. And nothing but net. That's what both teams will be hoping for tonight. Offense is key, especially for the Dragons. Offense has been a challenge for the Dragons this season. Consistent offense, that is.
Like I said, every game, but I really think that the Dragons just need to come in on the first quarter, first few minutes, just to set that tone, you know, not backing down, being aggressive, not signing for jump shots. They usually start off strong, but then they falter off in the third. So I like to see them being a bit more consistent, and it's interesting is how Singapore will adjust to that as well.
So those are our referees for tonight. We wish them all the very best. If you're a player, just drive to the cup, Brennan.
I think in this game, that would be quite important.
So we are moments away from starting the game. Yep, moments away. And that's the starting five for the Slingers. And Xavier Alexander, Jaron Young, John Fields, Desmond O, and Delvin Go, number 23. For the Dragons, well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Winston Shepherd, Chris Eversley, Nana Egwu, and then you got Yik, who's starting as well, and Jonathan Wong. So Yik, it's an interesting one. We do apologize for that montage not being completely accurate. That was the wrong photo right there, but we do apologize for that. Winston Shepherd, a lot on his shoulders tonight. Can he have another stellar performance? Every point is going to count. The Dragons are hoping that they can win all their remaining games. They play tonight, the Slingers, Sunday, Mono Vampire. They play Mono Vampire again in the last game for the regular season next Sunday against the Formosa Dreamers right here at Mabah Stadium. Coach Jamie Pillman always confident that his team can win all their games. That's a mark of a good coach.
Yeah, I've been coached by many coaches, and the key thing you don't want the coach to say is to give up. So definitely, Coach Perlman's mentality is to win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dragons actually can pull off a win tonight.
So Coach Neil Ben Xiang, a veteran of ABL basketball. He used to coach the Singapore national team for quite some time. So we're just letting you enjoy the voice of the MC at the moment. He's doing a pretty good job. There's Changwei Ben Sim, who is currently carrying an injury. Ching Hua, Lo Shifai, Kek Tai, Tan Wei Long, and then Zishin right there, number 30. And those guys are very much the bench of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Yek starting today, Jonathan Wong starting as well, Winston Shepherd and the other imports, Nana Egwu, and the captain, Chris Eversley, the player of the game last week against the Saigon Heat. He stepped up big time ever since that huge loss to the Macau Black Bears.
I think that Eversley has to show his leadership today. And definitely being a leader on the floor, trying to see what he can do to help the team today.
Well, let's see how everybody can help each other. The Slingers, don't forget, they are a powerful team. They are a dark horse for the championship. They've made 2 ABL finals. They know Maba very, very well. They like beating the Dragons, the rivalry, the Causeway Trophy already in Singapore. The Straits Cup, shall I say.
Yeah. I think with both these teams playing tonight, there's definitely that rivalry that's been lasting over the seasons, and you can definitely see that in the energy that both teams bring. Even though Singapore has already had the ticket into the playoffs, I'm pretty sure they won't let down to this Dragon side tonight.
Well, it's been very, very close apart from this season, but over the years, very, very close. I remember in December 2015, in season 2015-2016, the Dragons were on a good run of form under coach Ariel Vanguardia, and the Slingers came here and played that super tight perimeter defense and beat Malaysia, the Westports Malaysia Dragons, spoiled their Christmas party, literally, because that night, the Dragons had their Christmas party. So, the Singapore Slingers, they really, really know how to. I'm asking a bit to Coach Neo, MJ, their general manager and assistant coach. They play that discipline, defense, hard, grinded out, very physical team. They like to beat you down. I call them the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys of the ABL. I'm showing my age there a bit. Joe Dumas, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, those guys that used to really, really take teams to the cleaners and play intimidating, physical basketball.
Well, I think right now the way Singapore plays, you might actually be right. Being more physical, not selling for jump shots. They're a team with decent shooters as well, but the key to their offense, it's rim protection, and as well as being tough on the boards, being tough underneath the basket, and driving strong to the hoop.
Well, Singapore have got a height advantage as well. They've got some size about them. John Fields, 6'9", and then obviously you got Jaron Young, 6'6", and then you got Delvin Go, old, very young man. He's been with this team since he was 16 years of age. He's about 6'7". And don't forget, no Wong Wei Long. We're so used to seeing Wong Wei Long in the Singapore uniform, but he's playing CLS Knights basketball this season. And Xavier Alexander, the man who loves Asia or ASEAN, Southeast Asia, is a very, very talented player. In my opinion, he's a dark horse for best import this season.
Yeah, I think so. Judging by the pace, you call him the X-Man. Past games he's had with Singapore, he's been a key asset to the team, and as well as a key piece to the offensive ways of Singapore.
And don't forget Desmond O, not the biggest player on the court, but one of the most physical players you'll see out there. A decent shooter, the man they call D-Glove. He's the team captain. So the Dragons need to body up on him. The Dragons really need to play good good offense, good defense, but a good transition game as well.
Yeah, I think so. They also probably need to limit the turnovers. We know turnovers have been a major problem, as well as foul trouble being on the team. As the game tips off pretty soon, I like to see the Dragons, how they're going to start this first quarter, because usually that sets the tone for the game.
It does indeed. So here we go. The Dragons against the Slingers. Malaysia versus Singapore right here in the ASEAN Basketball League. Let's go. Dragons have it. Jonathan Wong, who grew up in Singapore, will be showing anything to his former campo. He wants to win. Inside, Shepard posting up. Oh, that travel turnover, almost a travel turnover, but it is definitely a turnover. Hesitation, comes within the hesitation play. Alexander, slowing it down, that's the way. Jaron Young, got a body up, he pulls up right there. It's the basket. So Winston Shepard, considered very lucky there.
A bit careless there from Shepard. He had that strong drive. He would have taken a shot, but turned the ball over, unfortunately.
Turnovers have been a challenge for the Dragons since mid-January. Wong, will he float it? No, almost another turnover. Shepard fake. Good defense by Singapore. Pull up right there. And it goes in. The lucky bounce, the hometown bounce for the Dragons.
That's what we call a home court advantage, you know. Shooters gotta shoot.
Well, it doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. Fields. Fields of good defense by Eversley. John Fields was strong against Nana Egwu last time.
Yeah, that was really good help defense by Chris Eversley coming over on the weak side and blocking John Fields. We see on the replay, Eversley realizes and comes up for the block.
Eversley can control the ball. Wong, he thought about the pull-up. Egwu asking for the ball. Eversley for the runner. Tries to get his own miss. Egwu, swing. Wong for the three. Yes! Jonathan Wong knocks it down. An electric start by the Dragons. Yeah. Singapore looking a little bit off. But they've got time. Fields. John Fields. A turnover. Good defense. Westports Malaysia Dragons. Wong. Good no-look pass. Double team. He's got to kick out. Shepherd should have kicked out to Eversley, who was open. But a bit of ISO play there. Young drop. Oh! Jaron Young takes it to the cup with the dunk and authority. He had enough. Superman, take off.
That's one way to start scoring for Singapore. You know, the Dragons have had a 5-0 run before that dunk. And Jaron Young just thought, you know, enough is enough. Wake up, guys, with a dunk.
That, I think his ancestors heard that one. So Shepherd got to share the ball. Good hustle play. Turnover. Shepherd crossover. Shepherd offensive foul. No, check that. 50-50 call right there, but 2 shots for the hardest working man.
Hey, you know, good effort here by Shepherd, just driving strong to the cup, and the rest called a offensive foul, defense foul, sorry, and sending him to the free throw line, where he is a 59% free throw shooter.
59%. He's always trying to prove that stat wrong. Mr. Shepherd, the Aztec. He's always, that's the way he takes his free throws. Grabs the ball with full force, focus, fires, and in it goes. Dragons, that dunk by Young woke everybody up.
I think it woke everybody up in the stadium tonight. What a way to start scoring.
I think the car park people heard it too. Desmond O. X-Man gets back. Shepherd's just gonna stay with the X-Man, but he's got speed to burn. X. And that is gonna be Singapore ball. Singapore looking a little bit flat here, Brennan.
A little bit uncharacteristic, but I think that Singapore are starting to flow into offense a little bit more. The Dragons have capitalized on the help side defense, forcing some turnovers. But again, gotta take better shots.
X. Double team. Ball protection, a challenge for both teams at the moment, B.
You know, right now it just feels like both teams are being a little bit sloppy with the ball. We can see that from that turnover from Singapore, which is really uncharacteristic, but the Dragons catching a break there. Fields was ready for that.
And the Dragons started off well against the Heat when they won in the previous game. Led in the first quarter, but the third quarter was disappointing. And trying to play consistent basketball. Eversley, Egwu for the three. Misses that. Here comes Singapore. Alexander more facilitated this season. Swing. Young, gotta stay with him. Good screen by Delvin Go. Yek trying to play defense. Young, so quick, kick out. Alexander gets his own miss. Oh, well done, Xavier Alexander. Good hustle to make it a 3-point game. He's so aggressive, so strong. Great mentality. A great athlete. Wong. Eversley. Good tight defense, Singapore. Dragons trying to get that open look. But good discipline by Singapore. Puts it up. Couldn't quite get it there. Chris Eversley. So Dragons a little bit cold at the moment. Fields, the big guy. Continuation, says the referee. No charging foul right there. It's a pretty good call.
Yeah, I think the call just goes both ways. Now it's in a good defensive position, and Fields just driving strong and finishing over him.
Egwu, Desmond being assertive. Shepard with the screen. Egwu, fake. Egwu, good pass. Eversley, open look for the three. Yes, Chris Eversley.
Yeah, that was really good by Nana right there, drawing the defender, being patient, and kicking out to the wide open Eversley in the corner.
That's being patient is the word. That's the second three for the Dragons. Young pulls up. Yes, nothing but net for Jaron Young, the barber. Don't forget, he knows how to cut hair. That's what he does when he's not playing basketball. Ooh, good pressure by Desmond O. That's why they call him D-Glove. Jonathan Wong saying, how can you make that call? But to be fair, good call by the ref.
I'm sure refs know best, like we always say. In the strategic timeout now, I think coaches just want to talk things over a little bit.
What a start by both teams. Singapore looking a bit scrappy, but the Dragons started off the better.
Yeah, we see here Yek making his first shot, getting that friendly bounce. And we see here as well, Jonathan Wong pulling up for three. Coach Perman looking, yeah, get that man right there. We see Young here running up. This is a dunk we were talking about with authority driving through the Dragons defense. And Shepard making his free throws at the game. He's got prepared to be at the charity stripe a lot today. Fields here driving strong. No call there from the ref, and yet he's finishing strong over his defender. Egwu again here with a pump fake and kicking out to the wide open Eversley for the corner three. Great patience there. Eversley just taking his time. Money.
Chris Eversley, he's playing well at the moment. Winston Shepard with 2 points. Jonathan Wong with 3. Yek with 2. And Chris Eversley with the tray. For Singapore, Xavier Alexander with 2 points. Jaron Young with 5 points. So none of the Singapore locals have scored as yet. So the imports, John Fields with 2 points. That could change very quickly. Alexander for the three, and Singapore have the lead for the very first time today. 12-10 in favor of the visitors. Shifai couldn't finish, looking a bit rusty. Alexander, bounce pass, Fields. Gotta be careful not to double team him too much. Young can't give him an open look. Lucky that he missed that shot. If you're a Dragons man or a Dragons fan, can't let the Singapore team get away from you. They're so talented. Not just internationally, but the domestic players as well. Egwu, travel call. Wow. Sharp eyes by the referee.
Yeah, I guess Nana just shuffled his feet a little bit there with the ball, being a little bit careless, getting called for the travel, giving Singapore back possession.
Another motivation for the Dragons. They don't want to be swept by their rivals this season. Don't forget the Straits Cup already in Singapore. Singapore defeated the Dragons 3 times this season. Alexander pulls up. Fields, easy putback there. Dragons got to rebound better than that. 4-point lead, biggest lead for the Slingers in this game thus far. It's only the first quarter. Dragons cold with production at the moment. To the corner, pull up. Yes! Good shot there by Chin Cheng Wong.
That's one way to make his confidence shoot.
And Jaron Young is trying to sell that quite well by sliding on the ground. Oh well, can't blame a guy for trying.
You know, some of these players might excel in acting, so to say.
I will reserve my opinions on that one. I'll just leave it to the better judgment of the referees.
Because referees always know best.
How many times have we said that? Let's have a listen right now.
And we see here Singapore just running through the offense, and the X-Men making it 3. The coach is being very patient with the team, letting them flow into it. We see X-Men here driving, pulling up, unfortunately missing that basket, but feels right there to clean up the mess, strong under the board. Chris Eversley driving the hook, kicking out to his teammate wide open in the corner for the three. Dragons are surprisingly in this game, with both teams starting out slow to start. It's a 1-point game.
So it's interesting thus far. Let's have a listen to what Coach Neo is trying to say. He's a very, very tough coach, a good coach. Loves the grind out defense. So Singapore to the charity stripe. Jaron Young, the man from Texas. The man who studied organizational leadership. A big shout out to his mom and dad, Chandra Young and Tyrone McDaniel. Well done in raising a nice guy and a fantastic basketball player. The man who can fly, Jaron Young.
We see there Jaron Young hitting both his free throws. He's a 73% free throw shooter, so not surprised there. He's arguably one of the best free throw shooters on the Slingers.
Look at that trap, that defense at half court that Singapore is trying to play. Low Shi 5. Yes, Low Shi 5 makes this a tie game. Shi 5 been nursing a rib injury in the month of February, trying to find back his form. He's not the youngest man on the court anymore compared to what he was in season 2012-2013. He's the only ABL champion in this stadium. A winner was in season 2015-2016 with that very talented team under Coach Ariel Vanguardia and Coach Destino Peanut. The Dragons defeating the Slingers in 5 games that season. The Dragons thought they had won it in Singapore in Game 4 until Wong Wei Long, now with the CLS Knights, stepped up and won the Slingers the game to send it to a Game 5. But no such tightness this season. Ed with the hook shot. Ooh, almost. Fine margins. Mismatch right there. Alexander. Eversley with the rebound. Well done, Chris Eversley. Ooh, almost a steal right there. Shepherd, he will drive! Takes it to the rim! Winston Shepherd, Jaron Young, anything you can do, I can do as well.
I think that was a great move there by Shepherd, marking his first field goal of the day, driving strong to hoop for an emphatic dunk. Way to start scoring, Shepherd.
Long 3. Shepherd, can he get another one? He just drove like a locomotive earlier. Swing. Shifi inside to Eversley. Eversley posting up. Good cut by Ching Cheng Hua. He went for the floater and he'll get 2 shots. And Ching Cheng Hua, really got to give credit to this young man. Not just in terms of his improvement, but his awareness, his development. At the start of the season, he looked like a nervous boy next door.
Hey, I think that was a great cut by Ching Cheng Hua, settling in, being patient, cutting right through the defense and drawing that foul. Sending him to the free throw line where he's a 60% free throw shooter. We see here, trying to hit that floor and got fouled by the Slingers defender.
Young Han Bin was the man who committed the foul. Quite a defensive player, Young Han Bin. Ching Cheng Hua. Ooh. That's okay. I always told him, if in doubt, just shoot it. He had a good game against the Macau Black Bears, even though that was a blowout victory by the Bears. Mike McKinney having a great season. And a big shout out to Anthony Tucker of the Bears. I hope he's having a good recovery. He's a good guy, good player. And there's a bit of confusion right here. Brendan, do you see anything?
I don't know what the call is, Ben, to be honest. I'm just waiting to see what the rest, maybe it's a problem with the shot clock or the scoreboard. But it seems like just waiting. I think, yes, it is a problem with the shot clock that's showing on the top of the hoop right there.
Chris Eversley just trying to muck around with Xavier Alexander, trying to establish some psychology. So they're trying to fix the clock at the moment. Chris Eversley, we can't see it on screen, getting Ching Cheng Hua to talk to Winston Shepherd. Don't forget, Chris Eversley is a big believer in really improving the locals. That's why I believe Chris Eversley one day will be a fine coach. He's already doing sports coaching and sports development right here at Maba Stadium. He's a nice guy. I always like to tease him that he'll probably become Malaysian and retire in Malaysia, and he always laughs at me. But he's a really success story of as we can see here, there's some IT going on here. Brandon, your IT skills are better than mine. What's going on?
Okay, man, it just looks like there were some issues with the shot clock, the scoreboard that's showing on the screen right now. But I think the players are starting to gather back on the court to resume the game with 1:27 left in this first quarter.
Gotta make your free throws. As one coach always told me, it's the bread and butter of any basketball game.
And I wonder which coach told you that.
I'm gonna name a few, but you know what? I'm not in the business of name dropping.
Oh, that's fine. I think that you earn your free throws to some players.
Yeah, but you gotta make them. You gotta make them. I mean, you know what? It may look simple, but it's the toughest thing to do. Ching Chen Hua makes 1 out of 2.
He heard you. He's like, nah, I'm making this one, Ben.
That's why we sit here, not far from the rim. Han Bin, Larry Liu, he's a very good shooter. Got a body up on him. Swing. Alexander can't let him take off. Young Han Bin. Tap. Shepard, well done. He saw Alexander in front of him, he just slowed it down. Smart move, Winston Shepard. Eversley just holding it up. Shifi trying to cut. Nana Egwu for the 3. Ooh, unlucky, in and out. Good tap by Chin Cheng Hua. Good hustle, even though it's Singapore ball, but you know, he was up against bigger guys.
That was great effort there by Chin Cheng Hua, jumping higher. Unfortunately, the call going against his way.
Larry Liu inside to John Fields, the big man. Double team, good defense, Nana Egwu. Low Shifi to Chin Cheng Hua. Chin Cheng Hua tried to go for the crossover, looking for some separation. Egwu, can Fields get some payback? Nope, Egwu protects the ball. Shepard drives. Oh, I thought that was a foul right there. No, offensive foul. The fans screaming.
Well, Ben, the referee was right there, so I suppose he saw what happened. The players might disagree, but the ref was definitely right there.
Gotta get on with it. Don't give the referees an excuse to tee you up. The strict disciplinarians. Alexander, hands up by Chris Eversley. Young. Tap. And that's the good hustle by the Dragons. John Fields trying to get into the face of Nana Egwu, but Nana Egwu just shrugs it off with a smile.
Yeah, I think the Dragons have a decent run in this first quarter. They're on a 9-2 run against the Slingers. We see here John Fields showing his strength, his size, but Chris Eversley says no, coming in from the weak side to stop the ball there. Referees making some big calls against here. Eversley not being called for the offensive. No defensive call right there, which leads to Jonathan Wong 3. Coach Perlman there telling his players get back at defense. You see here Jared Young as well, running for coast to coast for the emphatic dunk. You see it on the highlight reel for sure. You see here soar through the air, through 3 Dragon defenders for the emphatic dunk. And here Nana Egwu, patient ball fake. Chris Eversley, corner 3, hitting that. Definitely an improvement in Dragons. I think they hit 4 threes in the first quarter. Winston Shepard here just being aggressive and throwing another dunk of his own. You see here, blowing by defender. What a way to start scoring, Winston Shepard.
So at the end of the first quarter, it is the Westports Malaysia Dragons who lead 19 points to 16. The talking points of the first quarter, that slam dunk by Jaron Young, that silenced Maba, and then on the contrast end, Winston Shepard woke up Maba with a dunk of his own.
Hey, I think they were trading both dunks and both trading 3-pointers at one point. And from the first quarter, you can see it's actually turned into quite a close game with the Dragons just up by 3. The Singapore Slingers are a bit uncharacteristic in their shooting. They shot 37% in the first quarter, not making a lot of their shots. Most of the points coming in from the paint or from dunks or from a cut. And I think that it's a good adjustment that Dragons have made in terms of setting their defense up and trying to stop the offensive skill set of the Singapore Slingers.
Well, a tight game, Brennan. I mean, let's hope it stays this way because like last time, it was so hard to call that one against the Saigon Heat. The Dragons fans were edgy. The players just desperately wanted to win. Saigon also, even though they qualified, playing like they want a higher spot. But at the moment, no Singapore Slingers. None of the Slingers local players have scored as yet.
That's very interesting, showing how much the imports have played an impact on this team. Lucia Young.
Larry Liu. I'm not going to say anything yet because these Slingers locals are very talented. Young. Larry Liu. Alexander just moving it around. Xavier Alexander. He tried to sell a foul, but that was a travel. Good effort, Mr. X-Man.
The X-Man just driving and spinning and I think just slipping out of bounds there with the ball. You see bodies just flying everywhere, and I'm not quite sure what happened, but he definitely slipped, and Shepard just came over as a presence.
He's a great player, Xavier Alexander. I stand by what I say. I wouldn't be surprised if he's best import at the end of the season, and that will be announced later in the season. Eversley, step back three, hits the iron. Egwu, well done, good rebound. Shepard trying to look for some separation. Eversley cutting. Shepard puts it up. Gets no miss. Chris Eversley. Good defense by the Slingers. Egwu. Oh, couldn't quite hit it. But good movement by the Dragons. Alexander Young. Oh! 2 shots. Egwu with a block, but there was contact.
Yeah, I think the foul came from behind. You can see on the replay here with Jeremy Young just driving and getting called for the foul with Nana ready.
Was that a foul by Nana Egwu or Ching Cheng
I think it was on Chin Cheng Hua, foul from behind.
That shoulder, yeah? So it is a Chin Cheng Hua foul. Jaron Young. And what else can we tell you about this very, very talented player? He's from Texas, undrafted in the 2014 NBA draft. He's a Raider. Went to Wright State University, the Raiders. I know you were thinking LA Raiders. No, not that. Or Oakland Raiders. Yeah, LA Raiders from my time. Your diplomatic silence, Brandon. You're too nice, man.
I just agree with what you tell me.
Right. Everybody's have a right to an opinion. Shepard. Shifi tried to set the straight. Shifi inside. Egwu. I was about to call an and one, but ball was bouncing around. Nana Egwu to the charity stripe.
Well, you know, it's good to see him being aggressive there, getting in a strong position to score, and got fouled, making him earn his 2 points at the free throw line, where he made the first one.
He gets it. Nana Egwu right here. 2 out of 2 for Nana Egwu. Ruth got something for us. What's going on, Ruth? John Fields with the dunk. Thank you very much, Ruth. Transition. They are very, very good at that, the Slingers.
You can see the Slingers definitely get more of the points from transition play. Dragons need to adjust to the speed at which they're playing at.
Egwu. Double team there on him earlier. Chin Cheng Hua. Air ball. Needed a bit more lift there. Alexander. Only a 1-point ball game. Lost the ball, but got the ball back. Jaron Young. Inside, John Fields. Gotta get low. Larry Liu. Gotta watch the shot clock for the runner. Chin Cheng Hua with the rebound. Good pass to Shepard. Kim Cheng-hwa drives. Yes, Kim Cheng-hwa over Darren Young.
We were just talking about transition play there. The Dragons just ran that break perfectly. Kim Cheng-hwa running ahead of the pack, beating all his defenders for the cut and the layup. Great pass out by Shepard to find his teammate.
That's the way you play team basketball. Alexander Young. Not giving any space. Look at him. He's so athletic. Alexander open. Rebound, hustle. And great hustle by both teams. Delvin goes, trying to go for the putback. This is good stuff by both teams at the moment in terms of the energy and effort. But who can execute better, Brennan?
Well, judging by the way that both teams are playing now in the second quarter, the Dragons definitely look like they've got the edge. Running full play in transition, getting back on defense, hustling on the defensive boards and the offensive boards. Looks like the Dragons are building momentum from their side.
As much as you like to give the home team credit, I'm always scared of Singapore. I'm just going to be the devil's advocate and say it. And they're such a talented team. Dragons out rebounding the Slingers by 2 rebounds at the moment, 14-12. Egu for the 3. Yes! Nana Egu! He had an open look and he just went for the shot. Bang!
And that is actually the Dragons' 5th 3 of the game. Would you be surprised at that?
Reminds me of the Alab game when the Dragons start shooting well. Alexander, no continuation. Referee lost the ball. Here comes Shepard. Shepard. Nope. Still gonna be, it was foul. Out on the floor. Dragons ball. 6:20 to go. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Winston Shepard with 4 points. Nana Egu with 5.
And we see here Shepard just running in transition and kind of a smart strategic foul there by Singapore to foul before he got a shot up.
Fields playing defense. Egu trying to cut. Showing hard there. Alexander. Oh, offensive foul. Coach Neo Beng Siang telling the referee about it too.
With this, Chris Eversley getting called for the offensive foul there, sending Young flying across the floor. Refs definitely caught that. It was right in front of him.
With the body language that Coach Neo Beng Siang was showing, he's getting a little bit frustrated. I know he's a bit of a perfectionist.
That was Eversley's 2nd foul for today, which is still all right considering the 6 minutes left in the second quarter. But
it's not bad.
I'm not going to jinx anything. Let's hope like he doesn't get in foul trouble.
Well, you're speaking like a Dragons fan, and that's cool. I'm going to try to be a bit neutral, okay? Okay? Is that all right? Fine, man. Fine? Yeah, all right, cool. Just as long as you understand each other, bro. You know? The fans always allowed to express their opinions on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Thank you for sharing all your opinions out there to all the fans, not just in Asia and Southeast Asia, but around the world. ABL is a global league. There's a lot of viewers from around the world following it. Great shot there by the X-Man, Xavier Alexander, the man from Tulsa. 2nd 3 today by the X-Man. Egu with the screen. Shepard moving around. Egu. Gotta watch that shot clock. Yex gotta take the shot. Winston Shepard. But he fell short. Young. Fields with a dunk. Good, very, very patient and calm by John Fields to make this a 1-point ball game. Slingers on a 5-0 run at the moment, Brennan.
Yeah, I thought the Slingers ran that transition play quite well. I'm talking about transition play, getting the defensive board and running the break, leading to John Fields wide open dunk, being very patient.
But they play good defense. Alexander. You know what? One thing about the Slingers, you must give them credit. You know, when the Dragons are trying to cut in, they stay with the Dragons cutters. That's good discipline there. That's very Singapore basketball. Timeout call. So let's have a bit of a listen to what the benches are trying to say.
We see here as well, Singapore just flowing through the offense, spinning their bodies flying everywhere. It's hard to call this game if there's a foul or not, but I'm sure the refs had a good look. We see here as well, David Alexander and Jeremiah cutting unfortunately got fouled from behind before the block from Lana Edgewood. And Shepard here, as you said, in transition play, Chin Wai just running way past his defenders in front of the line and getting a layup. Edgewood here left open, making a wide open three. He likes that shot, not just playing the paint, but he can't take the three. He will punish you if he's wide open. It was here. The X-Man with a three of his own, showing just how potent his defensive skill set is, and feels here being a big body with a wide open dunk.
Jamie Bowman, he knows his X's and O's, and he wants the most important letter in the alphabet, W. He wants to win. And Dragons desperately need to win today. They play Mono Vampire. That's going to be an interesting one on Sunday. Mono Vampire got some great talent. Tyler Lamb, Mike Singletary, Chichai Ananti, Apiron Bilaichai, Shepard. Yes! What a shot by Shepard. Beats the buzzer. Dragons. Confidence lifted at the moment. Can they tighten up on D? Delvin go, Delvin go. Oh, ball doesn't fall. Into the basket. Eversley. That's Jonathan Wong. My bad. Egwu trying to set the screen. Good cut. Shepard, yes! Back-to-back baskets for Winston Shepard. Delvin Go has been a bit quiet. Still a great talent. Screen by Go. Young. Double team. Oh, good defense. Oh, well read by Yek. Just to let it go out. Beal said he was fouled. But I think that's a fair call by the ref. What do you think, Brendan?
Yeah, I think that the refs got that spot on. Feels some pressure, some good defensive pressure on him. And missed a dunk even though he thought he got fouled, but it's Dragons' ball.
Ruth got something to say to us. What's going on, Ruth?
And hold on the ball better. Back to you guys.
Ball protection is important. Egwu. Unlucky. Young, look how quick he is. Great ball control, great ball handle, but I spoke too soon. It's like American football there. Desmond in and out. Rebound by Wong. Can the Dragons capitalize that? The Slingers are a little bit cold at the moment. Offense-wise. Wong! Wong splits that Singapore defense! Jonathan Wong!
We saw that Wong just blowing by his defender, Dragons on a 7-0 run. He had great patience calling off the screen, taking on the defenders by himself. What a blow-by by Jonathan Wong, finishing strong with a right-hand flip.
What a move, Jonathan Wong.
We see here Winston Shepard just trying to blow by his defender. He gets an open look right there. Great crossover to his left, wide for three. He likes that shot, a little pull up on the three-point line. But here, Jaron Young is playing a little pick and roll, Delvin Go. Couldn't get the bucket, unfortunately. Eversley there with a rebound. Delvin Go again to a cutting. Jaron Young, and feels like he got fouled there, but play on, says the ref. And Jonathan Wong here just blowing by his defender, taking the contact and finishing strong with his right hand.
I mean, he had John Fields in front of him, 6'9", and John Wong is only about 6'1". That's impressive, but he's done that before. That's his strength, his confidence when driving to the rim.
The Dragons' biggest thing today is that age, It just shows how confident the Dragon team is right now, moving as they close out the second quarter strong.
Still no production from the Singapore locals, Brennan. What's going on there?
It just seems a little uncharacteristic for me today, Brian, but we'll see how Singapore flows back into the offense. I'd like to see a little bit more patience. I'm sure the X-Men and Jeremy Young will throw in some productive points right down to the locals to see how they play.
Kelvin Lim now on court, number 22. He's not a bad shooter. Alexander pulls up, open look, hits the tin. Winston Shepard, the Dragons forcing the Slingers to take shots. Good pass, fake. Nana Egwu, gotta be careful of the shot clock. Couldn't quite get that shot right there, a bit off balance, but a good effort. Desmond asking for the ball. Young, inside, Fields, almost triple team. And one! Kelvin Lim.
You see there Singapore being a little bit patient with the offense, swinging the ball around. He had 3 defenders on him and Kelvin Lim just drawing the foul. He's the first Slinger local today to score 2 with the and 1 play. Looking for a 3-point play now, sending him to the free throw line.
Kelvin Lim, the man who studied big data in IT. Can he make the big shot here? Well, it's good for locals all around. The local player with a shot. Oh, good defense by Desmond. Oh, that's why they call him D-Glove. Dragons getting a bit sloppy here. Not be sloppy against the Slingers. They will punish you if they smell confidence. John Fields.
Yeah, we know turnovers are quite an issue for both these teams, but John Fields again thought he was fouled. Great help side defense by Eversley coming over to help Nana.
So, a lot of sweat going on the ground at the moment. Dragons can't get complacent. I mean, I've said that so many times over the years. This Dragons team, there's something about the Dragons when they get a lead. Young. Oh, good. Kelvin Lim for another one. Couldn't quite hit it or make that shot this time. Now the Dragons, they tend to slow it down a little bit. What offense can they run? What offensive set? Shifai. Still a bit of time. What can they set up? Good defense. Egwu, well done, Egwu.
That was a great pass there by Shifai, throwing a little no-look, faking his defender away from the wide open Nana underneath the basket for an easy layup.
Foul committed by Nana Egwu. But it was foul on the floor, so the Dragons imports got to be careful. Nana Egwu with 2 fouls, Chris Eversley with 2 fouls. Ang Han Bin, on the other hand, with only 1 foul. Desmond O with 1 foul. Jaron Young with 1 foul. So nothing alarming yet. Puts it up. Dragons, here they come. Low Shifai thought about it. Thought about the shot, that is. Eversley, Egwu, fake. Yek. Yes! Yes! The Dragons locals are flying to the cup with confidence.
You know, I thought it was a great move there by Yek. Driving strong, aggressive, blowing by his defender, driving through the Singapore defense for the layup.
Dragons gotta keep pounding away. Slingers need a basket. Fields. What's the call there by the ref? Will Mr. Fields go to the charity stripe? Yes, he does. You know what? I mean, so talk about the highlights first, B.
We'll see here. John Fields just showing his strength in size, pivoting and spinning away from his defender, and got fouled there by Egwu, sending him to the free throw line. But I think that Singapore has really shown their grit and strength underneath the basket by John Fields.
Want to take this opportunity to big shout out to the parents of John Fields, Regina Fields and Bailey Fields. One thing that what you don't see about John, he's actually one of the nicest guys out there. Very friendly, open to share about his basketball stories all around the world. He's from Virginia. He makes 1 out of 2. So 28 seconds to go. Slingers have been perfect from the charity stripe. Oh, good steal there. Coach Neo saying nope. That's what you gotta be, that's what I call awareness.
Dragons didn't look like they were very aware there. Nana Egu drilling a ball with Jaron Young coming out from behind him looking for the steal. Fortunate there that it came off him and Dragons still maintained possession.
It's a foul right there. So that was a foul right there. Still Dragons ball. Low Shi-Fi. Shi-Fi, pull up. Couldn't quite hit it. Here comes Jaron Young. Quick out of the blocks. So athletic, so strong. Technically a gifted player as well. We hope he plays for a long time in the ABL. Young for the runner. Yes! What a move by Jaron Young. And the clock's still running. What's going on there? Was the clock still running when the ball was out of play?
It looked like it was running, man. I don't know why the clock didn't stop, but I guess that's the end of the second quarter with the Dragons up by 6. We see here Alexander Young passing to Jaron Young, driving to the hoop, being aggressive. And the X-Men just throwing the pass away. The Roy Field showing his strength inside, underneath the basket, the open dunk. Here, running the break in transition, way past all the defenders, being the leader of the pack, layup, great pass out by Shepherd. And you see here, Egu left wide open, making that 3 that he likes. And Singapore here showing their offense, again with Fields showing his defensive and offensive presence. Shepherd here, getting space away from his defender, hitting that 3. We see here Jonathan Wong passing, Egu again to a cutting Shepherd, being very aggressive in the room, making that layup. I think the coach likes what he sees so far. Jonathan Wong again blowing by his defender, taking a contact and flipping up a strong right-handed layup. And Shepherd here, low shoot 5, throwing a pass to Egu for the layup.
So the halftime score right here at the moment. The Westports Malaysia Dragons 37, the Singapore Slingers 31. But it is a very, very close, tight game at the moment right here at Macau Stadium. Time for our first break, but when we come back, the second half, the game between the Slingers and the Dragons. Don't go away, we'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone. The game between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers. The second half about to start. It's the Dragons who lead 37 points to 31, and just the score just in that the Macau Black Bears have defeated the defending champions Alab Pilipinas 114 to 84. Mike McKinney 43 points. New Bears import the Warwick Spencer with 42 points. Alab, if they're not careful, that their #1 spot in big jeopardy.
Yeah, I think because we were just talking about how close each standings are, that defeat will leave Alab in a very compromising position for top spot.
The Dragons can't get complacent. The Slingers need to come alive a little bit, especially from their locals. Shepherd trying to do the up and under. Good rebound there by Fields. Quick pass, Alexander. And calm as always, the X-Man.
Yeah, we see the Slingers here just running in transition and yet fouling the X-Men from behind before he could get a shot off, which might be considered a smart foul, which leads to an inbound play rather than a free throw.
Dove and go. It's double team, kick out, Desmond-O. Oh, good move by Desmond-O. Strong move right there by D-Glove. Makes this a 4-point ball game. Good start by the Slingers. Egu, Shepherd, Eversley. Gotta be careful, gotta watch that shot clock. Turnover right there. Here comes Alexander with the simple basket. Nothing too fancy about that. Looked like he injured himself a little bit there, but hope he's okay. Good run here by the Slingers, a 4-0 run. Eversley, pull up right there. That's the shot right there by Yek Liang Chuan. Shepard with the rebound. Can the Dragons start a run on their own? Second three by Yek today. Behind the back, Jonathan Fake. Jonathan Wong. Circus shot by Jonathan Wong. The Dragons on fire at the moment, Brandon.
What a way to start the third quarter for the Dragons. First at three in the corner by Yek and John Wong driving strong to the hoop, finishing strong with a layup.
Fields, double team, kick out, Young, contested, and he makes the three-pointer. Ruth's got something to say. What's going on, Ruth? Make it sharp.
Thanks, Ben. So I spoke to Coach Adika during halftime, and he said that they need to be more focused as well as the defense. Since Slingers are kind of weak with their beyond the arc, they need to pressure them to make more threes. Back to you guys.
Alexander, 4-point game right now. Both teams having good runs. Alexander, pull up, hits the tin. Oh, well done to Singapore for keeping it in. Dragons got to hustle a lot better. Alexander with a floater, yes! Makes this a 2-point ball game. Sloppy defense by the Dragons, Brennan.
Yeah, but great effort on keeping the ball alive there from Devin and giving Singapore a second chance at a basket.
Winston Shepard rushed. Alexander to tie it up. Obviously, Dragons consider themselves lucky there. Egwu. And it's a bit scrappy here at the moment.
With both teams struggling a bit to maintain possession, Dragons there with a turnover. I'm sorry, not a turnover, but a careless play, giving them the possession back.
Shepard. Times when he's a bit nervous, he's a bit rushed. Those shots are rushed. He's a good player, offensive player, strong, athletic, not as quick as Jaron Young, but you know what? Younger than Jaron Young. Egwu. Obviously inside. Shepard, yes, that's the way to do it. Winston Shepard. What did I say about patience?
And you know, I thought it was a great inbound play when the Dragons are swinging the ball around, 2 passes, and Shepard is driving aggressively to the hoop for an easy float layup.
Obviously staying with Alexander, but he lost him there. Young for another 3. Jaron Young, body up on him on the perimeter. Westports Malaysia Dragons wake up and defend Jaron Young.
Well, you know, Ruth just mentioned earlier that the Dragons saw a strategy to avoid the 3, but I think that might change now. Seeing Jaron Young has hit another 3 for the Slingers.
Strong move by Winston Shepard. You've got to stay with Young. He's shooting well. Fields. Alexander. Double team. Tries to pass to Larry Liu in the corner. Winston Shepard. Full of confidence at the moment. That's one thing about Winston Shepard. Like you said, Russell Westbrook mentality. You miss it, keep going, going.
You can definitely see that in his game today. Not stopping, not settling for jump shots, but driving straight to the hoop, attacking aggressively, and being rewarded with some foul to the free throw line.
Obviously, Shepard cutting, X-Man staying with him. Shifi thought about the pull-up. Looking for that separation. Egwu, gotta take the shot. Just gotta go for it. Fake. Egwu for the 3. Yes! Beats the buzzer, Nana Egwu. Nana Egwu, the man you can depend on to hit big shots. Jaron Young, he can hit big shots too. From outside the elbow, not quite. Fields. Kelvin Linder with a pass. Fields with another one. Oh, that was a close call. 50-50 call, that one.
Fields there just showing his presence again, his strength, his size here, getting the offensive board and going out strong to the hoop and getting fouled, making his way back to the free throw line.
John Fields, MJ saying make those shots, Mr. Fields. And John Fields, who did a communications and PR degree at the University of Tennessee. He's played basketball in Finland and Czech Republic and many, many other countries. Makes one. He's very proud of his former high school, Jack Brick High School, also in Virginia. 2 out of 2 for the Beatles man. 4-point ball game. It's tight here at Mama. Pushing.
John Fields going to be careful there. That's his second foul in this third quarter.
Nana Egwu will inbound. 49-45. Nana, sorry, Winston Shepard checked that. Will inbound. Winston Shepard with 13 points. Loshi 5 with 3. Nana Egwu with 10. Chris Eversley with 3 points. All right, just double check Chris Eversley's numbers. 3 points it is. Cross-court pass, but turnover. Too much on that pass by Chris Eversley. Young. Can they punish the Slingers? Can't let it go for the 3-point shot. 43. That's a big shot there by Larry Liu. What did I say about Larry Liu earlier? He can hit him.
Well, you did say he was a very good shooter, and he proved you right there, nailing that 3 in the Dragons defense.
Well, in the words of MJ, once upon a time, one of the most talented locals he's ever coached. And that's why I said that he's strong plays. He's been a bit unlucky over the years with injuries. Thought there was a bit of a travel right there. Another almost turnover, but it came off Xavier Alexander. Dragons got to be careful and protect that ball, Brennan.
Well, you know, a timeout call there by Coach Perlman. Drawing his troops in once he discussed the strategy. And again, maybe calm his team down a little bit. We see here Singapore just flowing through the offense. Driving through Desmond there. We see another transition play with the X-Men. In transition, just easing the ball in for an easy layup there. But Shepard here with the behind-the-back pass. Jonathan Wong probing, driving, and flipping the shot up, making that layup for that circus layup. Perlman just urging his players to get back in defense. Doesn't matter if you score or not, just get back in defense. We see here Xavier Young as well throwing the ball up for the layup. We see here as well, it's a great ball movement with Winston Shepard cutting through the defense, hitting the cut and making the layup.
7 minutes in here. So Coach Jamie Perlman walking his Dragons through the offense that he wants to run. He's quite good at that. Remember at the end of the game in January against the Saigon Heat, Murphy Benitowski tied it up, and the Winston Shepard almost won it with half a second to go. Shepard to inbound. Now turn it over Eversley. Step back 3. Chris Eversley. Big shot there by the captain. X-Man. Young to X. Dragons trying to play defense. They're playing zone defense though. Young. Alexander. Bit of hang time right there by the X-Man.
That was a strong move there by Alexander, off balance, maintaining concentration and making that layup. It was a tough layup to make midair.
That's why I love the X-Man. It's a good player. Egwu for the 3. Bit rush there, that shot was a good look though. Too much on that. And is that Alexander with the pass?
It looks like a really long outlet down there. I couldn't really see it from my angle, but it was a very long outlet pass, almost like a quarterback throw.
So referee just says, let's just keep quiet, boys. The shout there by a fan. Go Dragons. 2-point ball game. Very hard to call this one, Brandon.
Well, if you're a basketball fan, you're definitely really enjoying this one. It's looking to be a very, very tight matchup with 2 points separating both teams towards the end of this third quarter. 3 minutes left.
Nana Engu lost the ball. Then Singapore punished and level it up. Thought there was a foul there, but it is referee just to say Singapore team. But 3 minutes to go. Plenty of time left in this quarter. And don't forget, third quarter this season, not really the Dragons' strong point. For another three. And there's the lead right there for Singapore. Larry Liu gives Singapore the lead. He's someone that they're going to body up on, the Dragons.
And that's Larry Liu's second three of the game, previously hitting that other wide open shot. Dragons really need to come up with a solution for that. And this is for the Slingers' first lead since the first quarter, though.
Winston Shepherd now. Shifai thought about it. Shifai from the baseline. Gets his own miss. And tried to get the ball back. Singapore just tighter on defense. Ooh. And what did I say about the third quarter not being the strongest for the Dragons?
I think it's another timeout now. Coach Kuala wants to talk this over from his troops. Their third quarter looking a bit slow. Dragons have a strong start to this third quarter. Unfortunately, could not maintain the energy as they close out the third quarter. Singapore looking like they're going to run now, with Fields showing his size and strength, barging through the Dragons play. You see here, Winston Shepherd cutting, making that layup over the defender with his left hand. Eversey here as well on the inbounds. Turning around, making a three-pointer. I think he heard you, no? Chris, you want 3 points? It's like, no, man, I'm making this shot.
Well, you know what? They like to prove the doubters. Well, I'm not a doubter, but they like to prove the announcers wrong sometimes.
We see here Singapore as well, passing the ball lovely. The X-Man just making a wide open layup on that strong cut.
So Chris Eversley with 6 points. Apologies about the mistake earlier that we sometimes accidentally played in real time the wrong name, just bodies flying everywhere. Sometimes we have technical, but the referees really communicating the letter of the law. Shepherd. Still no Jonathan Wong yet. Would need his grit and fire. Egu, quarter three. Rushed again by Nana Egu. He's got to make those shots count. If not, Singapore can open up a bit of a lead here. They've already got a 3-point lead. Young pulls up mid-range. Yes, nothing but net for Jared Young. This is the biggest lead for... almost got the ball. Dragons got to protect the ball. Fields. And... ooh, I was about to say and one.
Dragons looking a little bit sloppy again coming up from the timeout. They really need to protect the ball better. Singapore almost punishing them with a steal from Fields and almost making the and one play and sending him back to the free throw line again.
Something about this third quarter, Brandon. I think I'm going to ask that to Coach Jamie Pillman in the next game. What is it?
You know, I just think it's their vice coming into the third quarter, coming from a strong first half. They got to maintain their energy.
You know what, but take the leaf out of Singapore's book. It all starts with defense, then transition.
Defense wins games, man.
Oh, absolutely. Which coach taught you that?
I have multiple coaches telling me that. Dre, if you're watching this, shout out.
Shout out to, come on, tell us about your Sifu. Andre Reza.
Dre, if you're listening to this, I heard you. Play defense.
Oh, Andre Reza, I got the guess right. My man. Dre. Shepard need a bit of Dre magic right here. Low Shi Fai. Good defense by the Slingers. Dragons need a basket. Lost the ball, but got the ball back. Shi Fai tried to bank it in. Fields got the ball. Egwu had it though. Dragons just trying to finish the quarter strong. If they can get a basket and a stop. Slingers, do they want to? They're trying to pound on the paint. Larry Liu cutting in easily there. And that's Slingers' ball, foul on the floor.
You see here, the X-Men just barging his way through Lo Shi Fai, pounding and pounding and ultimately getting fouled. Looks like a call on the floor and an inbounds play.
Zemi Alexander is sharing words with a fan there. That's the call right there.
Ooh, Egwu looks like he's hurt. He's down. What happened there? You see in the replay here, Egwu closing out and Egwu just hitting his left foot there. He's still down, Ben.
Oh, this is not good. Nana Egwu has hit some big shots today.
It looks like he's okay. He's back up on his feet. He's a tough guy.
He's a very tough guy. Nana Egwu asking questions. Fans trying to cheer him on. Here's Larry Liu. Oh, sorry, now Calvin Lim. Still a very young man, Calvin Lim, 22 years of age. Studied at a polytechnic in Singapore. Same technique right there.
Good stroke.
8-point lead for Singapore. Wow.
Interesting to note that the Dragons now in foul trouble. They're in the penalty. Another foul there, but the Dragons sending the same guy back to the free throw line.
I thought Chris Eversley had a bit of a case there, to be fair, but it's not our call.
Looks like he took quite
He
the fall
looks like
there.
he injured himself. But look at
Watch
this.
the replay here from the rebound. Trying to grab his own miss, and yeah, he landed there on his left arm. Looks like he might have injured it a
I
bit.
hope he's okay. He's quite a nice guy, Calvin Lim. And now Ng Han Bin, a man who's now 30 years of age. I mean, one thing I must give Singapore a lot of credit, the way they've groomed their locals, stuck by their locals. It's not easy getting local talent in Singapore to play our wonderful game. A lot of our players have commitments with national service, university, full-time work, their family commitments, some of them working in a family business. And it's a 10-point ball game. The Dragons will be relying on that traditional surge in the fourth quarter to get the win, or to just make this competitive. Shepard, there's lost the ball right there. Slingers, and they apply the pressure of Van Bin. Great pass. Shi Fai thought about it. Shepard lost the ball, but he got his ball back. Slow it down, got time. Wants to just wind it down. What's up, Brennan?
Looks like the Dragons want to take the last shot here with 9 seconds left on the clock. Shepard looking out. Looks like he's going to take this strong to the hoop.
Now, too much hesitation possession right there, and at the end of the third quarter, it's now the Slingers who have the lead. Malaysia with a 37-31 lead at halftime, but they've turned the tables, the Slingers, to their credit.
You know, when they started the third quarter, I thought the Slingers have had more of a flow in their offense, driving a little bit sloppy with the ball, getting from trying to provide a spark there with three. Shepherd being a little bit fancy. The Singapore Slingers just ending this third quarter on a 14-0 run. Can you believe that? It looks like Singapore is shooting on all cylinders there. With Young hitting big shots, and the X-Man just making plays consistently. Mr. Shepherd here, pulling up, trying to get fouled, turning the ball over to Egu, who makes that shot. Wide open three there. You see Singapore just moving the ball out beautifully. They're ending in a layup from the X-Men right there. Again here, Fields swinging the ball around. Young just driving through him. Great pick and roll there, giving him a wide open jump shot. Dragons really need to be a little bit more careful with the ball. We see here, Fields from the steal, almost converting that layup.
So a 10-point lead for the Slingers, but it's not all over just yet. The Dragons fans out there, well, traditionally, this season anyway, well, I say usually more than traditionally, usually in the fourth quarter they have a good late surge about them. Let's see if the Dragons can wake up a little bit, because I must be honest, defense was sloppy by the Dragons in the third quarter.
You know, that aside, it really comes down to this fourth quarter. As you say, the Dragons need to pump up all their energy right now. It's a 10-point ball game with easily a whole quarter to play. They have plenty of time to turn the tables around. It's a matter of protecting the ball, not being sloppy on defense, getting back hard in transition as well.
Dragons down by 10. It's been a lot of positive vibes for the Dragons lately, for the Singapore Slingers desperately trying to break that 2-game losing streak. Ten minutes to go before the end of this game. Or is overtime a possibility? Whatever come what may, Sunday will be a big game against the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. 62-52. Dragons need to stop. Jonathan Wong now back on court. They need his production. Turnover right here. Ruth's got something to say. What's going on, Ruth?
To Kelvin Lim, he is suffering from an arm injury and is highly unlikely that he will return for the fourth quarter. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ruth. Well, we hope Kelvin Lim's okay. So, Kelvin Lim, just put some ice on that young man. He's positive for Kelvin Lim in terms of his performance today. 4 points. Egu. Shepherd, foot on the line. Dragons making some silly mistakes at the moment.
I think that's one of those things that really needs to reduce, taking care of the ball, reducing turnovers, but that's not a way to start a fourth quarter for me then.
Alexander Young, Dragons haven't beaten the Singapore Slingers since the year they won the championship. Young for the reverse. Oh, what a move! Jaron Young, athletic, strong. What a move by Jaron Young.
Oh, that was quite a move there. Driving past 2 Dragons defenders and finishing weak side with a reverse layup.
That's Michael Jordan-like. What's going on? There's some sort of jitters going on at Maba at the moment with the Dragons. Winston Shepherd shaking his head in disbelief, saying, we got to snap out of this.
He needs to apply that Russell mentality right now. Keep going, grinding it out, digging out this slump hopefully soon, as the fourth quarter is still very much alive.
Thanks. Thought about the 3, Jaron Young. Chris Eversley. Shepherd, oh, good block by Alexander. Transition, here comes the quick Young. Fields. He gets his own miss. Hustle, tip in by Young.
Great effort there from the Slingers players there. Jaron Young trying to get his own miss and hustle there from Fields to tip in the layup.
Here are the Dragons running out of gas at the moment. Jonathan Wong. Dragons. How many turnovers is that? We've got to look at the turnovers. This is really, really hurting the Dragons. Coach Jamie Perlman saying, okay, there boys, let's reset. Let's not panic yet. There's still over 8 minutes to go in this game.
Talking about turnovers, Ben, the Dragons have had 15 turnovers this game. Perlman just looking like calling a strategic timeout there. We see the other driving, making them athletic reverse finish with his right hand. Again here, the X-Man just thinking about being patient, giving his hot teammate a shot. And here as well, pass Fields showing his aggressiveness, not giving up. And again, the tip in there by Young.
Coach Jamie Perlman shrugging his shoulders.
Fight through custody.
Han Bin to inbound. Alexander has had a pretty good game. 16 points. Alexander, almost a turnover there. Well done to Fields for keeping it. Jonathan Wong, not that quick. Good movement by the Slingers. Shepherd. Good hustle there by Wong. Rushed again. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. How many times have I said that? Leonard Egwu looks like he's nursing an injury. Look at the way he's running, Brandon.
He looks like he's struggling through that when he injured his foot earlier in the game just now. He obviously is putting through some pain. We're glad to see him finish strong in this game. You see the X-Men just driving strong, dropping his shoulders, drawing a foul against Shepherd. Shepherd looks a little bit disappointed in himself, but that sends Young to the free throw line. The X-Man, my mistake, sending him to the free throw line.
It's okay, man. Just say check that. Just say check that. And it should be apologies for that. This is not pretty if you're a Dragons fan. I mean, Xavier Alexander, congratulations, Mr. Alexander. He has scored 2,000 points in his ASEAN Basketball League career. Quite an achievement. That stat and picture will be on Instagram tonight. And the ABL social media team doing a very good job on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also cutting highlights on YouTube as well. Eversley for the three. Shepherd with the rebound. Lost the ball. Larry Liu. Oh, that has to hurt. Yep, it is pain time if you're a Dragons fan. Transition, it was the transition that, and the two-handed jab stopped the run by the Slingers.
Maybe that's just the spark that the Dragons needed, the dunk by Winston Shepherd. Still a long hill to climb, but Dragons looking to build on that.
Well, I must admit, keeping up with the pace of Jaron Young has been a challenge, not just for the Dragons, but for any team out there. And they just hustle better in terms of working the boards, in my opinion. Fields! Hang time! Mr. Fields. Still not over yet. 19-point game. I believe it's come to this. It was so tight. in the first 2 quarters. And then Singapore played better, and Dragons just struggling to hold on to the ball. Love to find out. Fields, Alexander, and Hanbin. It's better by the Dragons. Kind of just hold the ball, slow it down a bit. Shepard just wants to get going. So much sticking. This looks like he's sticking his arm out there.
He was trying to draw a foul there, Mr. Shepard, and Russ saw that and he gave the foul to him on the way to the hoop. But like you said, man, Dragons really need to stop turning the ball over on every possession they get.
What's the turnover? Let's have a look at our stats. What's the turnover count? Slingers versus Dragons. We'll go to our stats man, Kelvin Lim. We'll be looking at that shortly. Oh, the Slingers. the Slingers have only turned the ball over 8 times. Can you believe that? That's the difference. And starts with defense. Starts with D. Destruction. Defense. Alexander, and that's a foul.
Another time I called that by the Dragons. Coach definitely wants to talk this through, trying to inspire his troops to play at a better pace, keeping better protection of the ball. You see here, Singapore just flowing in their offense, getting all the shots they want, working harder on defensive boards and drawing the foul there. The X-Men sending him to the free throw line. Best making both his free throws. Singapore here as well, attacking in transition, Dragons a little bit slow to get back, and having to punishing them with that 3. And again, Roy Field showing his, John Field, my mistake, showing his strength and size, rushing through his defender for a big dunk.
The Dragons need to conjure up something. It's not impossible for them to at least try to trim this lead down to 10 points. But it just starts from the word defense. But for Dragons, now we're coming to the business end of the game of this 4th quarter, Brennan. You're allowed to disagree with me if you want. It's all about protecting the ball first.
It's definitely about protecting the ball back. Well, I think that as long as the Dragons don't turn the ball over too easily, they get to flow into their offense, which then lead to better looks and possibly better buckets to climb up this mountain of a lead that Singapore has been built.
Xavier Alexander, he likes Singapore. He played for High Tech Bangkok City in the Thai Basketball League as well. He's from Forest Park in Oklahoma, 6'5". He's played in 2 ABL finals, but still no ring. He's always talking about unfinished business. He wants to win a championship ring with the Singapore Slingers. But the quality of competition of the ASEAN Basketball League just getting better and better, in my opinion, every season. Full credit to the organizers of the ASEAN Basketball League. Good teams, tight competition, anybody can win on their day. Dragons need a knockdown shooter in a situation like this. A lot of hesitation, gotta take the shot, just take the shot. And good, under pressure right there, good defense, Singapore. This is an improvement from the game that they lost in Singapore during the weekend of the Straits Cup, but still, Singapore, the answers at the moment and controlling this game. Oh, that is a great shot by Larry Liu. That's why I said in situations, you need a good knockdown shooter, Larry Liu.
I think that's Liu's, it is actually about his 4th three-pointer of the game. He's made all of his 3-pointers.
Low Shi-Fi with the floater, couldn't sink it. Now the Dragons getting stuck in a hole a bit. And I don't think the scoreboard is a reflection of this game. Chris Eversley losing his temper. John Fields just walking away. Frustration. That's just more frustration of the game, really.
You will see here John Fields just hitting Chris Eversley there with a big screen. Eversley obviously not happy about it, getting back up. Fields doing the smart thing, just walking away. And the Dragons just holding back their captain there. Can't lose his cool in a game like this.
21-point lead, Brennan, for Singapore. Can you believe that?
Well,
Don't forget the Dragons led at half time.
I guess the downfall was Dragons' turnovers. We see here again in the replay. Ooh, ref might have missed that there. From the replay, it looked like Fields dropped his shoulder a little bit. But hey, I can understand why Eversley wasn't happy with that call.
Wow, that is an interesting one. I thought at least the refs missed that one. Jared Young trying to talk to Chris Eversley, say, get on with it. Shepherd. Jonathan Wong. Egu with the hook shot, that's from the baseline. Look at him limping. Let's just slow down the defense a bit. And around Ben. What can you say about Singapore? Execution on offense. Well, very, very impressive. Egu, can he hit back? Yes. Not trying to make excuses for the Dragons, but the injury to Egu doesn't help matters. And Singapore playing that quicker transition game that really benefited the Slingers with, look at Egu, how much he's hobbling. He can't get rim protection. Fields with the putback.
Well, we can see here Egu clearly feeling very uncomfortable, hobbling back slowly on the offensive side and on the defensive side. He's trying his very best to will his team through this slump. Strong effort there by that man. That actually Fields' fourth foul ban. Talking about foul trouble, Fields has to be very careful not to draw another foul. Just some court issues right now. Safety's always first. We will see Winston Shepherd back at the free throw line following that foul by the Slingers.
Winston Shepherd.
You see here, just I think right now the Dragons really need to work on what's been working for them. Nana Egu clearly in an uncomfortable position, but he's playing through the pain, which is great. Dragons here forcing a turnover. Some positive signs with 2 minutes 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Dragons not giving up. They do try, the Dragons. I must give them that. But you know what? With the speed and athleticism and the technical finesse of Jared Young, the size of John Fields, Alexander, a good player, Eversley. Dragons cold. And not quite the fourth quarter we expected from the Dragons, because they're usually full of energy and spark. And not for a lack of trying, it's just shots not going down. And got to try to pick up the positives in this one, but looks like the Slingers will sweep the Westports Malaysia Dragons this season again. 4-0. Shepherd. And the task of making the playoffs just got that much harder, Brennan.
And we see here Winston Shepherd driving aggressively into the X-Men there. It looks like he's on the floor. But as you say, man, this is a real tough uphill battle the Dragons have put itself in. And with barely 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter, it looks like the Dragons will have a tough time trying to find the will to finish this game strong.
Yeah, well, tempers always flare a little bit higher when the Slingers and the Dragons play each other. I remember a couple of seasons ago, it didn't end well here in Maba, where a couple of players got into an altercation at the end of the game. But you know what? That's high-level sport. You know, sometimes tempers flare, words, Wong with a runner, yes. But have the Dragons run out of time. Surprise! I can't blame Coach Jamie for not taking Nana Egu off because he needs a big, he needs a rim protector, and Kektai is the only big guy. And Nana Egu, he's wounded but not out.
That was a very big
sorry,
block there.
Brennan, the fans just cheering Nana Egu on.
You see here, even though he's injured, still making that effort play and blocking. John Fields, clean block there from Egu.
So Singapore will take comfort that Alab lost tonight. John Fields can afford to crack a smile because he knows his team are almost over the finish line, and looks like Coach Neo Beng Siang knows it too, so you might want to play more locals towards the end. But I wouldn't get too comfortable just yet, Brennan.
Yeah, we see some Dragons players really hobbling now. It looks like they got picking up minor injuries. But we see here, Jerry is having a monster game, assisting Calvin Liu there for the look for the corner three. He's been hitting some big shots, Calvin Liu. Nana Egu clearly some uncomfort, but power his way through John Field and hit that little jump that he realized. And Coach Perlman just telling his shoot, come back on D. Jonathan Wong driving strong, little ball fake, and hit that floater wide open. We see here, Fields just showing his strength, but Egu had other thoughts, cleanly blocking his defender.
So, I must admit, Brennan, that I thought it would be tight and close. I didn't expect this. Because I knew that the Dragons would be very motivated to beat their rivals, their causeway rivals. And they gave it a full tilt. But the two things that didn't go their way for them in the second half, especially late in the third quarter, the injury to Nana Egu, and also those turnovers, man.
Yeah, I think there's still a few positives to go for this game. You know, Dragons need to take the positives from this game and move forward to the next matchup.
Coach Jamie Perlman not giving up just yet. Another turnover right there. There we have the story of the Dragons second half. Alexander, yes, Xavier Alexander. I think he will be probably him or Jaron Young for the player of the game for this one. What do you think?
I think it'll be John Fields. John Forrest.
John Fields maybe. He's worked the boards. Shepard. 18-point ball game. Slingers just want to just waste time and run down the clock. They've got this. So, I mean, full credit to them. Transition their prayer. It's going to be very interesting in terms of the playoffs. Alexander works glass and in. And there we have it. Not quite. The whistle and the hooter hasn't blown just yet. But sorry, we have a bit of a technical difficulty right. Bit of a technical difficulty right here.
as we approach the end of this game, looks like Singapore is going to be winning this from a comfortable margin.
Team 1 and 3, servicing. And the Slingers will run the clock out. Final score on the board, 73 Westports Dreamers, 88 Singapore Slingers. How about one last round of applause for the Dragon Force here at the Dragon Center, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Singapore Slingers on picking up a W here away as they keep their seeding at the third spot on the standings of this season's ABL. Also, we have an announcement of a missing black wallet. This black wallet with the owner, Mr. Tommy Shen. So Tommy Shen, if you have lost, misplaced your wallet, please come to the DJ booth to claim your black wallet. It is right here with a lot of other stuff in your wallet. So I'm not going to go through it. I just pulled out your identification card. Mr. Tommy Shen, if you have lost your wallet, please come to the DJ booth to claim your black wallet. Alright, all is not over just yet. Alright, all is not lost just yet. We will be facing Mono Vampire here at home this Sunday, 2:30. So don't forget to come and support for that one final push for that last playoff spot for this season's ABL. So we will see you on Sunday. On behalf of Westport Malaysia Dragons, I'm Brian signing off, and thank you for joining us, and good night.
We do apologize for the technical difficulty, everyone, towards the end of the game, but we're now going to cross over to Ruth, our courtside reporter, with Coach Neo, and the player of the game, Xavier Alexander. Over to you, Ruth.
Thanks, guys. Coach, congratulations on that amazing win. It was a slow start, but the team really picked it up in the second half. What was the turning point down the stretch?
Well, I mean, defensive end, I'm pretty proud of the team in the second half because when you start off defensively, we don't communicate a lot, but okay, second half, we pick it up, and basically that's why we got to win.
All right, thanks, Coach, and congratulations once again. And right now, I'm with the player of the game, Xavier Alexander, with 25 points. Congratulations, and tonight, you crossed over your 2,000 points in your ABL career. What does this mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, it's predicated to, you know, my dedication and hunger towards the game, hard work. You know, I'm happy about it, but I'm going to keep going. You know, sky's the limit. I want to keep going. So happy about the win. And also happy about the accomplishment as well.
All right, congratulations on your achievement, and it's back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Ruth, and a bit disappointing for the Dragons, but well done to the Slingers for getting back to winning ways. And we're going to call it, well, that's the end of the day. Brennan, it's going to be tough for the Dragons for the end of the season.
You know, I think with 2 more games and for the rest of the season, if they play Mono twice again, it's going to be a challenging next couple of games for the Dragons. So hoping to take some positives from this game and turn it into the next game.
Well, they take on the Mono Vampire team on Sunday, so let's wish the Dragons all the best. But congratulations to the Slingers, and on behalf of Brennan Tan, myself, Ben Ibrahim, Ruth Ho, everybody here at the Westports Malaysia Dragons and RTM, thank you for being with us. We apologize about the technical difficulties, and we'll make those adjustments and have a great game this Sunday. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you on Sunday.